Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor. Today we will discuss the next topic under teaching aptitude. We yesterday covered the teaching topics almost. So if you have any doubts, please be on comment box and I will clear the doubts. And next topic under teaching aptitude is learners characteristics. So we will see that today. Okay. Learner's characteristics. A learner. Who is learner? First of all, you should know who is learner. Okay. A learner is someone who is consistently learning. I am also a learner. You are also a learner. You are studying for the UGC-Net exam. You are learning something for your exam. That is, you are also a learner. Okay. We all are the learner at some or the other time in our daily life. To be precise, a learner at a particular time is that person who is learning about a particular subject. For a decision maker, it is important to know the learner's characteristics. Okay, as a teacher, you should first of all know the characteristics of learner. Then only you can make some decision or you can teach them according to their characteristics. Okay, it is essential to know what factor affect their learning. And learning can be described that the process of acquiring new or modifying existing knowledge, skill values, behavior, and preferences. Learning is strongly based on the intellectual level, cognitive ability, perception, personality, and attitude of a learner. Okay, please note these points. The learning is strongly based on what all things: intellectual level, cognitive ability, perception, personality, and attitude of a learner. Okay, as individual, many factors affect the learning of a person. They are bound to get influenced by the social arena, cultural habit, and willingness of a person to adopt the changes. Okay, so this is basically as a learner, who is learner or what is the characteristics of learner. Okay, this is basically that. And no successful outcome strategy can be expected without analyzing learner characteristics. Learner characteristics can be identified by collecting the information based on their cognitive, psychological, affective, and social characteristics. Different methods are used to collect information about learner, such as survey, interviews, observations, current knowledge or skill levels, and performance result. So we are analyze all the students when you are a teacher or one teacher or some teacher. They are doing what? First of all, observe their students. Okay, teacher also a learner. Okay, teacher learn something from others or from some other sources, then teacher teaching in one classroom. So students are the learners there, and teacher is the information source for them. And first of all, teacher interviews them. Teacher just interact with them and observe them and just analyze their skills and according to their performance and their response, teacher will collect their characteristics through all of these things. Okay. And learners' characteristics are many, such as personal, academic, social, emotional, and or cognitive in nature. We already discussed that. First of all, personal characteristics. It can be defined as demographic information about the learner, such as age, gender, cultural background, maturation, language, social economic status, and specific needs of a learner group, such as particular skills and disabilities for and or impairment to learning. Okay, this is the personal characteristic of a learner. And academic characteristics, it's a respondent including the education type, educational level, and knowledge. The learner has social or emotional characteristics, and the cognitive characteristics of learner can be described such as memory, mental pressure, solve problem, intellectual skills, remembers, organizes, and store information in the brain. These are the cognitive characteristics. Okay, so personal, academic, and cognitive characteristics. And some of the definitions related to learning. Definition of learning. What are the definition of learning? So one of first of all, the Gardner Murphy, he is the author, and he says that the term learning covers every modification in behavior to meet environmental requirements. That is according to Gardner Murphy. Okay, you can pronounce your own way. I already told you this author's name. You can pronounce your own way, but just go through the observe the spellings first of all. Okay, and Henry P. Smith. What is Henry Smith views? It's a learning is the acquisition of new behavior or the strengthening or weakening of old behavior as the result of experience. Okay, this is Henry P. Smith का observation है. Okay, you just remember these things. Maybe you as a statement you will get these things, and whose statement is this according to this learning process or learners characteristics. Some of the questions you can expect from this section. Okay, so just remember these things. And learning means, what is a learning? It's a definition. Learning means a permanent change in behavior of the learner through experience, instructions, and study. Okay, it is very difficult to measure the learning, but the result of learning can be measured. Of course, you are suppose you are in a fifth standard. The yearly exams are there to check your the level of your brain or level of your experience and these all things. Okay, then you will go to next standard, that is the maturity stage. So according to this your syllabus, everything will change. Okay, that is the main thing or main observation of a learning. Okay, learners characteristic can be described as measuring the characteristic of learners such as behavioral nature, attitudes, psychological towards everything related to learning. In learner characteristic, aptitude is defined according to Cronbach and Snow. That is also author Cronbach and Snow. According to them, any characteristics of a person that forecast his probability of success under a given treatment or whatever makes a person ready to learn rapidly in a particular situation. And that means the particular situation more generally to make effective use of particular environment. Okay, and whatever the situation, whatever the environment, just learn something suddenly, and it's depends upon learners ability or their skill or their characteristics. Okay, various components were described in learners characteristics such as gender, attitude, motivation, learner style, and cultural backgrounds. These all are dependent on their learners characteristics. Okay, and during learning phase, a learner faces different issues such as doubts, fear of exam. You can observe yourself when you are a student, when you are in a learning process, you have many doubts the in particular subject, and some of them faces a fear of exams and exam pattern and about study material and syllabus, etc. These are the phases of the learning time. The problem can be tackled through a hard work. How to overcome these problems, doubts, you can ask to your teachers or your parents or your elder ones. Okay, and fear of exam also, you can be improve your confidence against the exam. These are the just problem solving elements. This problem can be tackled through the hard work, consistent effort, and more practice. When you become a school level to higher education level, it will change. When you are in a school kid, the fear of exams and all things are maybe there, but when you are in a graduation or post graduation, it's an exam, you can write it whatever the question, you have no fear. Of course, you can anyway, you can just write it something, you know something about it, right? This is the maybe some of the attitude you will make through your experiences. And good learner are curious. A learner is never satisfied. Of course, a learner, if I am also now studying, you are also studying, after your MA you are become a teacher, then also you are a learner. Okay, there is always a curiosity to know what is next, what is the positive learning process, and what is the development of this particular subject. So there is a one curiosity about the particular topic or a subject. A learner is never satisfied. That's why research things are happened in our universities and other society. They are always hungry for information, love the discovery, and try to find out the solution to problems. Okay, and a second thing is carefully understanding. A good learner possesses the attribute of careful understanding. Most of the knowledge can be gained with the hard work and effort. A learner should try to understand the subject matter carefully. An effective learner always tries to interpret the stimulus, combine and differentiate them, and give them some meaning. So this is the carefully understanding. And first one is good learner are curious. And the next one is, what are the other characteristics? Social and personal quality. A learner who has personal quality understands subject matter easily and solve them problem very fast. Different learners have a different personal and social cognitive power. Each student have each powers, not the same. A learner who belongs to the different social structure may face the problem during the study at other place, but a good learner easily adapt and adjust environment of the class. And growth and development. Learner's characteristics are subject to his mental and intellectual growth and development. Education and training are helpful to positive growth and development. A good educationist take the responsibility to himself of identifying the characteristics of the learner and developing skills into him or her. Okay, that is growth and development. And willingness to learn. A learner is always willing to it's ready or willing to learn and open for the information. He has a broad mental space and accept the changes consistently. And in inquisitive nature of learner develop an urge in them for acquiring more and more knowledge from their parents, siblings, neighbors, relatives, teachers, society, and many other professionals. Okay, that is willingness to learn. And interest and attitude of learner. There is a difference between the interest and attitude of a learner. A teacher always play an important role to assess the learners for their interest and aptitude so that they can guide according to their aptitude. Okay, that is not aptitude, their attitude. Okay, you just correct the spelling there, it's attitude. So teacher identify the students characteristics and student attitude towards the subject, then according to that teacher handle all the students or individually. Okay, that is just a value of one teacher or his or her skill. That is a skill. There is a teacher's skill come out of that, the just identifying the learner's attitude and their behavior pattern, all etc. And easily adjustment to change. Although it is not possible to every learner to adjust every situation, as different learner has different characteristics of adjustment. Some learner easily adapt classroom environment and some feel uncomfortable in the class environment. So a good learner should adjust according to the situation. Okay, and internal motivation. Motivation is an important factor for a learner to achieve their goals. Okay, teacher always what to do, motivate their students, and learner is differ in their capacity of motivation. Some learner are easily motivated while some feel hesitations for a long time before they get motivated by their instructor. And social and cultural background. and learner come from different cultural area and family backgrounds. These learners perform in a homogeneous group. Learner takes some time to understand the class environment and adapt. It is very difficult for learner to adapt, understand and merge the different disciplines in the beginning. Okay, and learning power. Some learners very quickly understand the question and solve the problem. If the learner solve the problem easily, it means that understanding level of a learner is high as compared to another person who take the more time to understand and solve the problems. This is the learning power. Okay, and next one is nervousness. Nervousness is a natural attribute of a learner. If the learner feels nervousness, it means that they have lack of knowledge about the things. It can be removed with the help of teaching learning process only. Okay, and application of mind and creativity. All learners have different approach to their lives. Most of the learners accept what it taught to them, but they have many creative abilities. They have the ability to explore the things and think innovations. Moreover, application of mind is necessary to remain ahead in society. Different person have the different professions such as doctor, scientist, innovator and discoverers are from the categories of learner who are creative because their own taste is there for their career. And a few other important outcomes of learning are: learning is a blend of new or old learner, right? It's an old learner just give their ideas or their knowledge to the new learners. So it's a blend of learning process. It's helpful to develop learners as well as a society, and it enhances the purposeful ability of learner. It helps the learner in adjusting to his environment. It results in a change in behavior of the learner. Learning is a product of heredity and environment. Okay, these are some other important outcomes of learning. So we can conclude the learner characteristics. Hope you all understood the topic. And learner characteristics which are discussed above in this article indicate that learners have different characteristics. We already saw that. Okay, which are used to understand the subject matter and crack the exam. A good learner can adjust his or herself according to the situation and achieve their objectives. In the 21st century, digital sources also act as a significant learning platform and effectively coordinating along with the group of learner characteristics provides learner to enjoy a high quality of life and make a good relationship with the resilient, international, creative and confident. A good learner can understand the value of teamwork, the relationship of effort to output, and at the same time knows the need to be regularly learning and growing. Okay, this is our conclusion of learner characteristics. Of course, learning process is very important, but the some changes happened and year by year, because now the after the corona, the online classes and online process of learning is very active, so the mode of study and mode of learning is changed. So the teamwork and other relationships such as good learner can use whatever the sources from the digital sources are available nowadays in his or her fingertip. Okay, so this is the good time for a good learner, so they can utilize maximum. So this is about the learning characteristics. If you have any doubts, you can just put it on comment box. Okay, next we will cover factors affecting teaching on next video. So thank you.